Welcome back to the channel with the new video. Today we're going to be reacting to a clip from Charania on ESPN. I'm pretty sure he did make his debut on NBA Today, or it might have been Get Up, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. But we got a little bit of breaking news, kind of, because we already know what's going on. The Lakers are in search for a big man, and that's what Charania is breaking down in this video. The Lakers are just really doing their due diligence, and we already know that the Lakers are searching for a big man. They pretty much put it out there, but the way this video is going to work, I'm going to talk about some potential centers and some players that I think the Lakers should target at the end of this video. But listen on to this clip. Before I get into the video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys can help your brother out by liking the video. Really help the algorithm. That way you guys can comment, share, do all that good stuff. Also subscribe. We're on the road to 3K subs. And lastly, turn on notification bell so you guys get notified for future Lakers content. Let me know in the comment section, do you guys like this style of video? Would you guys want me to change the format for future videos? I'm actually fucking with this type of video. Excuse my language, but let's play the clip and I'm gonna, react to this.
What have you been hearing about the possibility of the Lakers adding to their roster?
Malika, sources tell me the Lakers have been exploring potentially adding a big man, a center, to their roster. Not sure exactly when that'll take place, but they have started looking into the marketplace. Christian Wood remains sidelined. He's got a knee issue. He had surgery recently, and so they're waiting for him to be back. But Jackson Hayes, in the interim, has really stepped up in training camp, has been a positive factor for the Lakers. But another thing to keep an eye on, Malika, is Christian Coloco. They signed him to a two-way contract before training camp. He was expected to play a potential reserve role on this roster, and our Lakers reporter, Dave McMenamin, and I have heard internally the Lakers doctors have felt confident that he will be cleared by the league's fitness to play panel due to his blood clot issue, but that is still an ongoing process. The Lakers are still waiting for answers from the league, from the PA, on his clearance. That's going to be a major factor to keep an eye on, because this was a guy in Coloco who was going to play a potential role down the stretch of this Lakers season.
Wow. That was very interesting. I really liked what Charania said in this video. But Jackson Hayes, he is the primary backup, which can be concerning. And like he said, he has been stepping up in training camp. I really like what I've seen from preseason, but there are still concerns with them getting in foul trouble. He's not really disciplined. He's still young. I believe he's like, 23, 24 years of age. But the Lakers, they can't really be picky. There's not really too much options. Like they said, Christian Wood has been sidelined. He's going to be out for like the next 2 months, which is super unfortunate because he only played like 49, 50 games out of 82. Didn't come back the remainder of the season, but he had surgery in his knee. And then you got Jared Vanderbilt, who could maybe potentially come back for opening night. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but I don't want to rule it out. In my personal opinion, I think the Lakers should really trade for a center now instead of waiting till closer to December 15th or January. If not, the trade deadline, I think is going to be very interesting. Now, the most realistic option is probably Jonas Valanciunas, just because of his contract. He's not really making too much money. I'm pretty sure he did sign for like $30 million with the Washington Wizards, but he's making around like $10 million. He's a physical big, can really help in the paint, a little bit of playmaking, space out the floor a little bit. Not really the greatest rim protector, but he can really help with the boards and stuff like that. And Anthony Davis has already made it known to the Lakers front office that he wants a center, and that's where they signed Christian Coloco on that two-way contract. The only concern is that these two-way contracts can only play at least 50 to 52 games in the season, but they can't play in the playoffs unless the Lakers make a trade and they open up a roster spot. Because when you look at this roster, you got 15 players on guaranteed contracts, and they're just really full. There's not really too much room unless if you cut a player, and that's why they waived Blake Hinson, and he signed with the Golden State Warriors, and they kept calling Castleton and that fool Armel Troyer. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But the Lakers, they got to work something out. They already put it out there. I think Charania is just putting it out there that the Lakers have some centers on the radar. If the Lakers are going to trade it for a center, probably right now, most likely Walker Kessler or Nick Richards. To be honest, guys, I really like Walker Kessler. He's probably my most favorite center that's available, especially has upside. He has the potential, still needs to put some work on, but he's young. I'm pretty sure this is going to be his third season upcoming in the league. And the Utah Jazz already own the Lakers' 2027 first round pick, top four protected. So maybe the Lakers can give them an unprotected pick. You would have to match salaries and stuff like that and contracts. Maybe include a Maxwell Lewis and a Jalen Hood-Schifino. I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm not going to rule it out. Could it happen? Probably, potentially. But Danny Green, I mean, not Danny Green. Why did I say Danny Green? I mean, Danny Age. That is actually funny that I said Danny Green because he just retired. But I digress. But Danny Ainge pretty much, said that he likes the Lakers' picks. He thinks that their picks are one of the best in the market. And I know the Knicks offered two first round picks, but maybe Danny Ainge values the Lakers picks different from the New York Knicks. You get what I'm trying to say? But the asking price is too high. Very good rim protector, shot blocker, can rebound, can help in the post, can play make a little bit. He can shoot the three a little bit, not too much, not at a high level, but he has the most upside in my personal opinion. And you really don't have to give up the farm from when it comes to players, right? Maybe two players and two picks is actually insane. But if they can maybe lower it to one first round pick, I would do it. And that's just me being nice. He's only making around like what, $3 to $4 million, so he's not making too much money. Now, my second favorite player is probably Nick Richards, a backup big from the Charlotte Hornets. I know he's probably starting for them, but he's a traditional big. He's like 7 feet tall, weighs about 260 pounds, can really play the drop very well. He's a lob threat, could protect the paint, very good rebounder, and he'll probably eat up some minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers next to Anthony Davis in the front court. Like I said, Walker Kessler seems to be available, what from I'm hearing, and the knowledge that I'm getting and the sources and stuff like that. But Isaiah Stewart is another one. I'm not really sure if he's available. I've been hearing him and trade rumors and stuff like that. But he's another guy. He's 23 years of age. He's 6'8". He is undersized, which could be concerned because the last thing the Lakers do need is another undersized power forward slash center, which he can play. He does weigh about 250 pounds, and he's really known for his tenacious defense, his physicality in the paint, and being very effective when it comes to rebounding. He's really solid shot blocking type of center. Has the ability to improve from the mid range, which he has in his game, making him a versatile and tougher interior presence on both ends of the court. He can play both sides, which can be very valuable for the Los Angeles Lakers. And when you look at his contract, right, he's making around $15 million for the upcoming season, 2025 year, or 2024-25 NBA season, my apology. And then the 2026-27, 27 NBA season, he's making around $15 million. So it doesn't go up, it's the same around money. And then the 2027-28 year, he has a club option. And then lastly, the 2027-28 or 29 NBA season, he's going to become an unrestricted free agent. So I think that's very interesting. Now, another center that I do want to talk about is Mitchell Robinson. I do like him, but man, oh man, this dude cannot stay healthy on the court. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out for the whole calendar year. He'll be back eventually for the start of the 2025 year, right? But this dude is very good when it comes to shot blocking, can really help. He's physical, can really help when it comes to the board count, crash your boards and stuff like that. So the Lakers can really put an interior guy next to Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is just more of a finesse big, so we need those twitchier bigs that could just hold their own. They're not going to get bullied in the paint because that seems to be the problem. Anthony Davis has already made it known that he doesn't want to play the center position at least 40 minutes a night. He's not saying that he doesn't want to play the center, but he'll like to mix it up a little, right? Playing the center and the power forward, and he can really guard the perimeter, so that way he can be able to guard his man. Don't have to rely on the other players not be able to guard the perimeter like Osseries and D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura because they're not their greatest defenders. And if Anthony Davis is not getting help, he's gonna have to stay in the paint. You get what I'm trying to say? So Anthony Davis, that's why we need him to shoot more threes. That's how he was shooting lights out in the bubble in 2020. Very good 3-point shooter at the time, but more of a mid range game type of guy shooting 15 mid range. If he can shoot out more, then I wouldn't mind it. Now, Wendell Carter Jr., I'm pretty sure I talked about him in my last video, but it's super unfortunate he's off the table. He wasn't really available, but they're just putting it out there. I'm pretty sure the Orlando Magic were just doing their due diligence and just taking phone calls and stuff like that, waiting to see if there's anything that would just move the needle and stuff like that. But they're just keeping their young core. They already signed players like Franz Wagner to contract extension. You got Guga Devotsi. I'm so sorry if I butchered his name wrong from the Orlando Magic. They got Paulo Banchero, who is really the best at playing the five, especially when Orlando Magic is doing very good. So it's very thin when it comes to the center at the market position. But you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about these centers that are listed? I wouldn't mind it. And I just think they're putting it out there that the Lakers need a center desperately. Like I said, if they're going to trade for center, now most likely be Walker Kessler or Nick Richards. But I want to talk about Christian Coloco, right? I know I talked about him a little bit at the start of the video, but we pretty much got some good news. The Lakers medical staff or the team is very confident in him that he'll be able to pass the NBA's rules in qualification what he needs after suffering with blood clots all of last season. So that's good to hear. We got an update, but he's not officially cleared, and that's why he hasn't played preseason games yet for the Lakers, or hasn't even played like 5-on-5 and stuff like that in training camp. I did see him do workouts in the off season, but there's a difference between working out with players and trainers and stuff like that and actual playing 5-on-5. You get what I'm trying to say? But you guys let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about these centers? Like I said, Mitchell Robinson's probably not really realistic because the Knicks, when you look at the situation, they're trying to go all in. And I know they're trying to make him available. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the Knicks, from my knowledge, they're first tier apron. And the Lakers really can't take back salaries. So they would have to send out more money. It's just going to make things more tougher just because of the contract and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he's making around like $14-15 million. So the cheapest option is probably Jonas Valanciunas. Maybe another center, Clint Capella. I'm pretty sure he's making around $20 million. He's on an expiring contract. You already got D'Angelo, so he's on an expiring contract. Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls, he's declining a little bit. Of course, he's still solid. He can really floor space. Not the greatest rim protector. Could be a defensive liability, but can really help in the board count. Next to Anthony Davis. And the Lakers can really use a double-double guy like a Walker Kessler. But like I said, when it comes to these players, they're not really available other than Walker Kessler. Do you go after a Robert Williams? Because I'm pretty sure he's been out with, injuries and stuff like that. It just seems like he cannot stay healthy on the court, and he had like a finger injury. He's undersized. I'm pretty sure he's like 6'9", but the Lakers, they got to continue to do their due diligence. Like I said, I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to remain optimistic and just be patient. And the Lakers see something that they might be interested in. J.J. Redick's really talked about he wants a center, he wants a bruising big man. You look at the West, like teams OKC, they got Isaiah Hardenstein. You look at the Memphis Grizzlies, they're back in the mix. I know John Morant got injured. I'm pretty sure ball hit him in his foot or something like that against the Dallas Mavericks, or it might have been another team. But the West is getting better, right? You look at the Knicks, they just traded for Cat. Also, the Pelicans need a center. I'm hearing that they're going to play Herb Jones, who's 6'7", at the center, which is actually crazy. But the Lakers, they've been struggling when it comes to rebounding boards, especially going up against Denver Nuggets, Jokic, and also you got Eric Gordon. But we'll see what happens. I know today was a long video. Let me know in the comment section, how did you guys like this reaction? Do you guys like this format? Would you guys want me to switch it up? I know I'm repeating myself so many times, but I'm out of here. Peace.